Am I on? Greetings, fair earthlings. I am Smelly B, and I'd like to welcome you either to or back to my channel where the topic of conversation is all fragrance all the goddamn time. I'm not gonna talk about nothing else. No lifestyle, no fashion, no none of that. Just fragrance. Low level opinions here. I'm not a niche snob. I'm not a purist in that I know all the notes and all the compositions and such. And I do not intend to posture myself that way. Not an expert, not claiming to be, not training to be. Okay? Write that down. All right, having announced that, disclaimer out of the way, let's get into it. What I want to talk about today, if I don't lose a booby, is a fragrance I've been anticipating for quite some time. I know they weren't originally selling it in the States, so I had to sit and seize while I watched all of my Canadian reviewers get it and review it and all of that. And then I was out of the game for a minute. I couldn't do any reviews because Rona finally called my number. So I was out of the game for a bit. Couldn't smell well, I should say. I wasn't able to really grab any of the nuance in any of the fragrances. I couldn't really distinguish notes or, everything was sort of just a really, really base level experience of both scent and taste for stuff. I'm grateful to say that, weeks and weeks have gone by and it's all been fully recovered and I'm smelling well, and gonna try and get back to doing reviews. Okay, so Jean-Paul Gaultier is the newest fragrance. A flanker for La Belle is La Belle Les Fleur Terrible, I believe it's called. Terrible flower. I don't know what that translates to exactly, but something in that realm. Again, it's a flanker for our beloved La Belle, which many of us know well and have. That come in these beautiful, beautiful bottles. I don't have the intense. It's not my favorite thing. I prefer just the regular old La Belle. It's beautiful to me. The pear in it, so wonderful. So I had high hopes for the flanker, especially since it's by one of my favorite noses, Quentin Bish. He's responsible for some of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and I've pulled a few of them. Very Good Girl Glam is him. I love this one. Every single time I've worn this out, even if I couldn't smell myself that well, because I still wore fragrances, even when my sense of smell hadn't been fully recovered. Every single time I wear that out is, oh my God, what do you have on? What is that? No exaggeration. I've literally had to stop in my tracks while someone pulled out a pad and pen and wrote down what I had on. But I will say, when I wear this, I mix it with Don't tell everybody. I mix it with Jimmy Choo. I Want You. That combo, baby. So there's that. So he's responsible for that. He's the nose behind La Fin du Monde rather, by Etos Libre d'Orange. One of my favorite things. I've reviewed this before. So smart. Angel Muse, another fan favorite that we all know. So you sort of get a sense of his mind, his nose, and what he's able to concoct or has had a hand in concocting. So I was really excited about this release for that reason, and also because, baby, look at this bottle. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. I just needed it for my collection. I knew that I was going to cop this no matter how much it costs. Absolutely beautiful presentation to me. The cans are always, nice. It's always a beautiful presentation with Jean-Paul Gaultier, truly. Nice sturdy tin it comes in. This is, I guess it's considered a limited edition. This limited edition has been inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier's 2010-2011 fall winter ready to wear fashion collection. Let's see how many mLs and stuff is this. This is 100 mLs. Yeah. But look at that. Look at that. Ain't that just as pretty as it want to be? That is beautiful to me, and I knew I had to have it. So I blind bought this, and I got lucky in that it's inoffensive. I won't say it's my absolute favorite collection fragrance in my collection. Not even my favorite fragrance of his, but it's not bad by any means. I find that this is. I've seen reviews where people say it's sort of like it's body washy, very sort of Bath and Body Works, and I definitely can see where people say that. As when I first smelled it, I immediately in my brain went to this body wash I do have by what is it, Etos. I always get this at Walgreens, and I wear it under a lot of my fragrances in the hot weather. Coconut guava. They remind me of each other. For some reason, they don't stay. It's like the opening blast that reminds me of each other. They do change. I hate to admit that I think that this body wash may even be a bit more dynamic than this fragrance ends up being. But it's good, don't get me wrong. This makes me think of beach, but not in the water, by the water. It's very much giving me boardwalk. When you go get what do you call those things? Like a snow cone, where it's that mound of nice cool ice. And ice has its own flavor. Difficult to try and convey what that is, but I think y'all know what I mean. So there's the mound of ice, and then you put on it, pineapple and guava and coconut syrup and blueberry syrup and just, all of these different sort of fruity, acidic, bitter, tangy, yet sweet sort of flavors coupled with that ice. But then also sand and breeze and getting a bit of that water. The combination of all of that, for me, is the experience you get in this fragrance. When you smell it, for me, the magic in this fragrance isn't smell it on your skin. The magic happens between you and the beholder. It's all that air in between. This thing it rides the air beautifully, moving about, catching breeze, catching a whiff of yourself. That's where you get sort of the magic of this fragrance. It's not so much in of it, and I don't know how to make that any clearer. Because sitting on my skin, it smells to me almost pineapple-y in a way, like a pineapple coconut thing it has going on, which isn't bad, but that's where it gets, it's body washy. It doesn't smell like anything you haven't smelled before. But something about the way it's, when it's not so concentrated, when it's not sitting right on you, when it's all, sort of broken up and dispensed in the air, is when you get the magic of this fragrance and where it feels a little bit more dynamic. Do I recommend, if it wasn't in this bottle, I wouldn't tell y'all to go get it. And that's just me being honest. I wouldn't tell you to rush out and go get this if it wasn't in this bottle. If you're a collector, it's worth it to just go ahead and grab it, to have this bottle in your collection. And the fragrance is workable enough, probably can be layered, workable enough to buy it. If it wasn't in this bottle, I would not tell you to go spend your coin on it. This will not juggle your balls. It's just not that serious. This fragrance just isn't that serious for me, because I have a lot of fragrances and a lot of things to compare it to, and a lot of things that are better and perform better and just sort of have a lot more going on and tell a better story. But if you are, you don't have much in your collection, this might be a good one to get. It's not a love or a hate for me. It just is. I love the bottle. I do not regret purchasing the bottle. I will wear the fragrance more and more. I do wear the fragrance. That's about it. I don't hate it. That's my review. I've seen very mixed reviews on this. So some people are singing and shouting about it. Others are really, really disappointed. I am neither. I fall probably somewhere dead center. Well, not dead center. I'm a little more closer to the I like it side. I do like it. I don't love it. I will wear it. I do wear it. It's a safe blind buy because it is very body washy. You've definitely smelled either a shampoo or a body wash or lotion, something in your time that's reminiscent of this. So there's that. It set me back about 118-ish, somewhere around that. I found mine here. Where was I? Macy's. I'm pretty sure it was Macy's. So check it out if you happen to swing by the counter. Give it a sniff. Not bad, but this bottle is fantastic. Do not regret. Let me know how you feel about it. Y'all have this one yet? Do you like it? Do you love it? How does it wear on you? What do you get? What notes jump out on your skin the most? The initial blast for me, for some reason, is pear to me. That is not one of the notes listed. In fact, I think it lists vanilla, iris, blue water lily, ginger. I think that's it. I think that's all I remember. And it's considered a floral amber. I don't know what I would call it. It very much comes across to me like a pineapple, coconut, maybe a little pear in there somewhere. You definitely get sort of that sense of water. It's got water, like a watery sort of aspect to it, but also it somehow has a sort of this almost beachy, salty, sandy thing going on. It reminded me, in fact, somehow, they don't smell like it all, but something about the texture of this L'Ombre de Morve shit by Hermes. In my collection, this has a black tea as a top note, and it's got incense in it. I don't know why. It comes across as salty to me somehow, and I do sort of get that vibe from here as well, just a teensy little bit. That's all though. I don't think I have much else to say about it. Comment below and let me know what you think, what you feel. I'm always open to hearing from you all. I'm totally here for the community, not for popularity, not to flex on y'all. Okay, so holla at me. Glad to be back. All right, deuces.